Want to find out how to do these funny snowball interactions? Stay tuned and find out. Hey everyone, I'm Timo, and I'm here to show you how to use the summon spell Mark, or as I like to call it, Snowball. I'm dominant in solo queue, but my ARAM MMR used to be around Grandmaster and Challenger before I started playing casually with my friends. Hopefully after watching this video, you'll agree with me that Snowball is the best summon spell in the game. This is my first ever YouTube video, so if you have any suggestions on how it can improve, let me know in the comments down below. First, let's go over the summon spell Mark and what it does. Mark. Throw a snowball a long distance, dealing true damage to the first enemy unit hit and granting true sight of the target. If it hits an enemy, this ability can be recast for 3 seconds to dash to the tagged unit, dealing additional true damage. Dashing to the target will reduce the cooldown of Mark by 25%. Mark projectiles are not stopped by spell shields or projectile mitigation. This means that abilities such as Silver Spell Shield and Yasuo Wind Wall won't stop Snowball. You can see here that the marked target has a snowflake on them, and when you dash them, it's shown by the snowflake icon briefly flashing. You'll also see that it lands in front of the enemy from the direction of the dash. You can use this to your advantage when timing abilities against enemies that use Snowball to reach you. Checking bushes. One easy way of using Snowball is to throw Snowball into the bush, and the enemy will either be forced to leave the bush or stay in the bush and be hit by Snowball. Usually, Snowball doesn't grant vision in bushes unless it hits somebody, but it'll sometimes give you vision in bushes even if it didn't hit anyone. True Vision. Snowball grants true vision, meaning that any invisible or camouflage unit will be revealed throughout the duration of Snowball. Be careful though, because the true vision is only granted for 3 seconds during the initial mark. If you use Snowball Dash, you'll lose the vision even if it hasn't been 3 seconds yet. You need true vision to see invisible units, but for camouflage units, you only need to be within their detection range. These are all the champions that use camouflage, and these are the champions that use invisibility. Auto attacks after Snowball. When you use Snowball Dash, you'll automatically start an auto attack. This means that you can channel empowered auto attacks like Hecarim's Devastating Charge and Rel's Remount, and it'll immediately attack as you dash to the enemy. Channeling spells. Similar to channeling an empowered auto attack, you can also channel abilities and then use Snowball Dash during the channel. The most well-known use of this technique is with Nico ult. Hit Snowball, channel ult, and use Snowball Dash right before the channel bar is depleted. You can also do this with abilities like Tilia's Rock Throw or Tark's Stun. There's a lot of abilities you can use this on, but there's just too many to go over all of them. Snowball with retreating abilities. Another technique you can do is to pre-place a retreating ability before using your dash. For example, on Zed, after hitting your Snowball, throw your shadow backwards and dash to the enemy. As you arrive, use your W and then E to immediately swap places with your shadow while also guaranteeing an electrocute proc. The same thing can be done with Lissandra, LeBlanc, and Zoe. One way to counter this though is to have a pre-placed crowd control ability like Soraka's Silence. But if you do this combo on Zoe, you can go back to your ult even if you're silenced. My favorite use of this technique though is to do this one. Using your Snowball on the minion as a safe escape before going in. A different way of using this same technique is to use your Snowball as the fallback ability. For example, if you hit Lee Sin's Sonic Wave, throw your Snowball at a minion before going in to have a quick escape. Snowball spell effects. Both parts of Snowball, both the Snowball and the dash, apply spell effects, meaning they sort of act like you're hitting an ability. These are the items that proc with Snowball, and these are the Keystone runes. Not every champion's abilities synergizes with Snowball, so I won't be going over all of them, but my favorite champion interaction is with Fiora's Vitals. Dodging abilities. During the travel time of Snowball Dash, you can dodge a variety of abilities, both skill shots and targeted abilities. To name a few, Fizz ult, Karthus ult, Nico ult, and Caitlyn ult. canceling abilities and auto attacks, using Snowball Dash during enemy spellcasting animation or during their auto attack animation will cancel their attack. An easy example of this is Darius' ult. If you use Snowball while he's ulting, you can cancel his ult. Be careful though, because his ult cooldown will be reset, so you can still ult right after. You can do the same thing with Nico's Shape Splitter and Zhonya's Hourglass. This technique is a lot harder on fast animations like auto attacks, but if you get good enough, you can consistently cancel their attacks. Special interaction. I think this interaction is probably a bug, but if you're playing Kog'Maw and you throw out your snowball before dying, but the snowball lands after you die, you can cast the dash while you're in your passive form. Normally, you're locked out of using any summoner spells during Kog'Maw passive, but somehow the snowball hitting after death bypasses this restriction. Make sure the snowball hits after you die, because hitting it before will lock you out of using the dash. This interaction also used to work the same with Sion and his passive, but it was patched out at some point, which makes me think the Kog'Maw one is definitely a bug. Counter Snowball Dash with Terrain. The last technique is a way to counter snowball users. Although it's a lot more situational, if you're hit by a snowball and you can place terrain between you and the snowball user, then you can force them to land on the other side of the terrain. When you use Snowball Dash, you land right in front of the enemy from the direction of the dash, meaning if you can place a wall where the enemy would normally land, you force them to the other side of the wall. Thank you everybody so much for watching until the end. I hope there was something in this video that you could take away and help you win your ARAM games. If you enjoyed my content, I really appreciate if you could drop a follow and like the video. I also stream on Twitch at twitch.tv/misstimo. Good luck to everyone participating in ARAM Clash, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye bye! Mata ne!